So, what is a spiritual life? It's a relationship with a deep place in ourselves. It can be so creative. I mean, here's my example. I do feel a sense of inspiration and joy, even though a moment ago I was wound up in my troubles. And wow, I'm aware of my breath in my chest. And again, it feels like a simple moment, and this source of life is not far from us. I am reflecting on something deep that I'm feeling inside, and it comes from a place of goodness. And sometimes we have a difficulty smiling, for example. But it doesn't mean that we're not happy or satisfied in our life. It just means that we're going through a change. And I'm so devoted to what I like to call a spiritual life. And it's not a religious concept. It's more of adapting to life's changes no matter what. And the easiest way I can describe this is that we're going to feel some discomfort, and we're going to feel like we're suffering at times. And we might even want to blame somebody. But if we're really living to our fullest and loving as much as possible, then we're never a victim. We've given so much, and hopefully it's to people around us that can receive that and appreciate that, because I know that at times we can struggle with family or friends, and we're all looking for our community, and sometimes we have to dig in, and we experience emotions, and it's all the richness of life. So I guess I may not be saying anything profound, but most of us have a hard time putting words on this, and so I just thought I'd give it a try. And how do we describe that aspect of ourselves that is as wide as all of creation? It's a big concept, and it's nothing to be afraid of. It's actually been a huge source of strength in my life, and it's taken a lot of trust and really letting go of what I thought was important, or any of the motivating desires that controlled my addictions in life. And so what are we left with? And that's it. That's the thing. And if we call it nothing, then we are denying ourselves the most richest relationship that's possible, because it is ourself. It's ourself. And it could be called the soul. And spending soulful time with yourself and honoring this deep place within, it brings out some gems. And for each one of us, that's going to be different, because none of us are the same, but we are all connected to this force. And I can tell it's real because it brings a joy to my life, and a smile to my face during challenges, struggles, discomfort. So most people come and talk with me about how they're in pain or how they're suffering in some way. It might be emotional or physical. But the new crisis of our culture is a mental suffering. And let's just go right to the core of it, right to the essence of who we really are. And that is a creative life force that's powerful, and it wants to emerge through us. But we have to get our personality and our ego out of the way and let this thing work in ourselves. So, what is a spiritual life? It's a relationship with a deep place in ourselves that's steady and peaceful, and it's so vast. It's also a part of creation, which is alive. And so, how do we connect with that? There are so many ways, and one of those ways might be meditation, yoga, skiing, going for a hike, mountain biking, laying on a beach towel at the ocean, jumping out of an airplane, maybe. The way that we get in touch with life itself. And sometimes people risk death to find a real heightened spiritualized sense of themselves. But what if it is simple and it's with us all the time? I mean, I like to believe that's true. Like in this moment right now. And I am aware of my heart when I talk with you right now. And this awareness, consciousness of ourselves can bring us to each moment. And it's such a time to rejoice. So thank you for tuning in. This has just been a nice moment. This is something that I often reflect on. And I just wanted to share it with you. Please let me know how it's going, and let's stay in touch.